You got this bitch at me. Pacific ice, I'm an ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never look luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly, they calling for me and they. You want me like me, and I look. Yeah, her Rex on her. Yeah, B-Rex better calm down. Yeah, if you go around, come around.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Try and start this drive in the air. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. Just 1 catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. Give him 30 yards there. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Gun!
We got trips over here.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky...
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now this is caught at the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly...
It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They run again on first down. Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check three. All right, here we go. 319. 319. Gone. Detroit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away. Now he'll turn and throw deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you cut down your field in a big way, significantly. And the guys who play in the second and third level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
Completes it to Powell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll set up to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Then he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back to the ground, Cook. And some room to roam now. Down right around the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Gone! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And his kick is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Green 39. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Now he's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Desmond King making the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Leopard! Detroit!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Radley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Back to throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Now the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation. So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them. And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there. And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out this week. The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did. Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot. Chargers in good field position to start out, 1st and 10.
Gun! Leopard! Leopard!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Nifty move. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick here is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season.